So what up, guys? Welcome on in to Cinema Man here. Today I'm talking about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This will be a review of the movie, talking about it to get you all hyped up for Across the Spider-Verse, which comes out on Friday, which I will be going to see that on that weekend. I am very, very excited. This is one of my most anticipated movies of the year. And one thing that I am very, very looking forward to about this movie is Spider-Man 2099 and all that. And I wouldn't want to see this as bad as I wanted to see. Like, if Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse wasn't as good as it was, I would have no business going to see this movie. I would not care. It was an Oscar nomination, and according to early reviews, it was amazing. Now, I'm going to be discussing what made the first film so amazing, and then I will honestly kind of give a little bit of a review on it, and then I will talk about this film and what I expect from it, and I'm going to read some early reviews on it. Now, one thing that this film needs to have is the darkness that the Spider-Man movies kind of carry. Like, Aaron Davis's death in the first movie was something shocking, unexpected. The backstory of the other Spider-Man was very, very dark and shocking and sad. And I expect the same thing from this movie, but to keep it a lot more, like, to keep it the Spider-Man movie. And I saw a review saying this is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. I don't know if it can touch No Way Home. After this, I'll probably do a ranking video of all of the Spider-Man movies, which I don't think it can touch No Way Home. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being biased. Apparently, there's a ton of cameos. From all the reviews that I've read, it is a fun, action-packed adventure. And, yeah, so if one thing that I will be expecting in this movie is animation to look gorgeous. Because if you have an Oscar-winning film like the last one, you need to have this comic book animation style. Take what Puss in Boots did with it and put it on another level. Because you saw Puss in Boots' animation on another level. It was beautiful. And I expect them to do the same thing with Spider-Verse. Like, I'm just expecting, because we saw in the trailer, it does look pretty good for right now, and as we've seen, and when they change worlds, they change animation styles, so it's all going to be comic book, but it's going to be different every time, so I'm expecting this movie to be gorgeous. On another level, my great expectations in this movie, see what I did there? Kind of Easter egging back to the last movie. Two more of my great expectations is probably I need the Spot to be a menace in this movie to where he reaches the threatening level of the Prowler. I also need Miguel O'Hara to be a menace in this movie. Because you guys gotta reach the level of Kingpin and Prowler. I don't know, maybe Miguel O'Hara will be on his side. But bro, I know everyone's been saying this, but Miles has everyone after him right now. Like, he is Miguel O'Hara, the entire Spider Society, in Spider-Man 2, the game, possibly Peter Parker, and the Lizards after him, Kraven the Hunter. Like, bro, what did Miles do, dog? And Miguel O'Hara has to be in this, because bro called Peter Parker, Tom Holland, a nerd. Talk about my other expectations for this movie, and this involves the cameos. I hope they played out really well with the cameos to where it almost feels like kind of smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want them to actually use the cameos in a fun way, but this is Spider-Verse, so I'm going to make a really weird comparison. I don't want them to do what they did in Space Jam 2, where you have a horde of characters running through. And I don't want them to do what they did in Space Jam 2 and be like, hey, look at this. Here's the Iron Giant. Here's the Gremlins. Here's King Kong. And two talk about my other Kong, remember all this stuff from your childhood, and just like be done with it. And I want them to do more clever things, like Chip and Dale, where things are spottable and all the cameos are just funny jokes. But I want it to be played out sort of like it, where it's clever. And I have a feeling that that's how it's going to be. And that's what I think should happen with the cameos. Like, I'm excited to see PS4 Spider-Man. I feel like at some point, Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, or most likely Tom Holland, because I feel like Tom Holland tried to get into the Spider Society before, but Miguel O'Hara wouldn't let him in. So I have a feeling that Miles and Tom Holland will end up teaming up in this movie, because they're definitely going to make a cameo. It's no secret. If they don't, I'll still be fine with it. The movie just needs to be great, okay? I'm expecting Jessica Drew to be a good part of this movie, and yeah, I don't know what to say anymore about the cameos other than I need them to be played out clever instead of just trying to be like crazy. One last thing before I'm done with this video, I would just like to say that one of my biggest expectations that I have for this movie is I need the spot. So my ending predictions, Miguel O'Hara and Miles will end up teaming up at the end, but the spot will come in with something big, because this is going to be a 3-parter where there's still one more part left after this movie. So we had Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, but the next one's going to be like Out of the Spider-Verse or Exploring the Spider-Verse or whatever, because this is Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. Part 2 is going to be coming soon, and the spot is probably going to leave this with a devastating ending, most likely. So I need the spot to actually be a threatening villain, and this to set up another movie that will work. And if the reviews are true, this is going to be a great Spider-Man movie. And I thank you guys for watching this video and supporting the channel, guys. And that's about it for today. Bye-bye, guys.